Hey everyone, Hudson here, and welcome back to another video. There are many ways to make money on Medium. You can share affiliate links, you get paid from the articles themselves, you can refer members, or you can promote your book or sell products. And there's something I see all the top Medium writers do to maximize all of these, but no one really talks about it. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name's Hudson and I make money writing words online, and in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can earn more money on Medium just by how you set up your profile. You don't have to be an established writer to benefit from what I'm about to show you. This video is for beginners, hobbyists, experts, and everyone in between. Let's get into it. So, as I mentioned, there are many ways to earn money on Medium, but at the end of the day, they all boil down to one golden rule, and that is more views equals more money. What I'm about to show you will ensure you attract the right eyeballs on the right areas of your profile. And it only takes a few minutes. So the first thing we'll do is hop on to Medium and I will show you what I'm talking about. Setting up your profile is all about creating the optimal first look. So likely somebody stumbled upon one of your stories from the homepage and they likely had to say enough to navigate to your profile. And at this point, there are 5 major points of your profile which will determine what they see and ultimately how much you earn. And those are your About Me section, pin stories, a product or service if you have one, your bio, and your lists. And all of this contributes to one major call to action, which you can mimic at the end of your stories as well, which I will go over at the end of this video. The first 2 things that will stand out when you go on anyone's profile are their bio and then their first story here. This is something I recommend everyone do. You see all the top writers do this. Essentially just have an article at the top of your profile that introduces yourself, outlines what you're all about and what action you would like the readers to take. So if you look at any of the most popular writers, so let's just go Tim Denning, he's one of the most popular. You can see here at the top of his profile, he has his most viewed stories. So obviously he wants people to take a look at these. These are probably also articles that have earned him the most as well. Regardless of the size of your profile, if you're just starting out or if you are established on the platform, I think it is really important to have an About Me story pinned to the top of your profile. If you look at my profile here, you'll see I have a welcome post or an About Me post. This acts as essentially an introduction to new readers as well as a compass for my profile. And if you're not sure how to pin stories, you just hit these little dots here and go pin story. And then you'll see when you post a new story, they will all come under that. So the pin stories are super important, not only for introducing yourself to your audience and telling them what you're all about, but actually for earning more money. So when you pin your stories to the top of your profile, they're the first stories people will see when they actually go on your profile. So what you'll see lots of writers do is actually pin their most popular or highest earning stories to the top of their profile, and this essentially acts as a funnel for money. So if you know you have a winning story, you can pin that to your top of your profile, knowing that more people will be interested in it, people will read it, and you'll actually earn more money that way. So let's search for another popular writer, Ayodeji. And this is actually a little trick that not many people know about, but if you just search for the name of a writer, what will actually pop up in the results will be their most popular stories, and these tend to be the highest earning stories as well. So obviously I can't speak for the earnings of these writers, but I know for myself, Hudson Rennie, these stories that pop up here are my most popular and also my highest earning. If you type in any writer, what will pop up are their most popular stories, and if we go on their profile, what you'll see here is that most writers actually pin one of these popular stories to the top of their profile. It not only tells the tells new readers the type of content they can expect. But when you pin these popular stories to the top of your profile, as you write other stories and people navigate to your profile, they'll see them and potentially read them and earn you more money. So you can pin a total of 5 stories to your profile. I've pinned the maximum, which is not necessarily something I would recommend. You can see the top writers usually pin 1 or 2 stories. Personally, I pin all 5 because I write about so many different things that I feel it's important to give people an idea of what I write about. This is something that I tweak quite often just to keep the front page of my profile looking fresh. If you're new to this process, it can be a little bit frustrating at first, but I'll show you a really easy way to organize them in the way you would like. So I'll unpin these so I can show you the difference, and then I'll show you actually how to pin them. So you can see here, this is my profile without any pinned stories. If you were new to my profile and you didn't know me, it would be hard to know what I'm all about or what to do with my profile. So you would see that I write about business sometimes, and then health and fitness, and then, okay, Judge Judy. It makes no sense. You'd be confused. So having those pinned stories are really helpful. Let me just quickly add this actually to a list, which I'll get into in a moment. But essentially, what you can do is when you pin your stories, a pinned story always moves to the top of your profile. So if you want them in a specific order, for example, if you want that About Me story at the top, you have to pin that one last. So what I do is I open all the stories I want to pin into separate tabs, and then I do like this. So I go this one first, pin this one to my profile. Okay, so that's pinned, and then I want this one next, I think, pin that, and then I'll pin this one. And then what you can see, if I do them in that order, when I refresh my profile, you can see here, now I have how to get the most out of my profile, an introduction to me, who I am and what I'm all about, and then the articles I want pinned. And if you're an author or you have a book published, that will actually pop up as the first thing people see, which can also act like an introduction to you. So let's go show an example here. Isaiah McCall, perfect. So you can see here, if you have a book, that'll pop up here, your featured book. It has a link built into it. So if you have it on Amazon, awesome. But this doesn't have to necessarily be published on Amazon. So one example, I'll go back to Tim Denning. His featured book is not a link to Amazon, and it's actually a free ebook. So if you have a free ebook, you can put that there, and that's a great way to build your email list. Okay, and the next thing I wanted to talk about is your bio. So when you go on anyone's profile, so let's go back to mine again. Obviously, the first 2 things you see are the top left-hand corner here, and then their bio on the right. Or if you're on mobile, that'll show up at the top of the screen. And what I would recommend you do is give a short blurb about who you are, what you do, and what action you would like the reader to take. So for me here, you can see what I do. I write about all sorts of things, and I hope you fall in love with my words, which is another way of saying I don't stick to a niche. I hope you just like the way I write. And then I have a call to action to my YouTube channel, which is what I am prioritizing right now. So if you have a link to a website, like you can see here, Niharika, so she actually took out her bio. In the past, she had, I help you live a healthier and happier life, something along those lines. But now she's being more targeted and saying, look, this is my website. I do lots of things. Check this out. Then she has everything she does here. You can see this with almost all the popular writers. They'll have a link here at the end. It's just a smart way to direct readers to what you would like them to be checking out. Okay, and the last thing I want to go over before we tie a bow on this with your major call to action is lists. Now, lists aren't super important. Not everyone creates them. I like to do them just because I noticed that people will often save my stories to lists of their own, which tells me that they are aware of the feature. For me personally, I think it's just a nice way to organize my stories because I write about so many different things. Also, because I write on multiple platforms and on a range of different topics, often I will share a link to a list and say, if you'd like more, like for example, if you'd like more articles on marketing, here's a list of my marketing articles so that readers don't have to rely on the algorithm to be pushed these specific articles. And that helps maximize your earnings because, the more views, the more reads, the more you make. And all of this contributes to one major call to action, which you should be mimicking at the end of your articles. I'll open up two here because I have two call to actions I use. So the first call to action here is, if you're not a member, I'd love you to use my referral link because then I get paid money and that will, that would be cool. And then the other one is, I want readers to check out my online store. And on the way to checking that out, I have my link tree here so they can see everything I do in case they're interested. Ultimately, if they go to my online store, then they can pick up some items, sign up for my email list, and we can keep in touch. So this kind of creates a full circle effect of if somebody comes across your article, they like it, they haven't heard of you before, either they can go to the call to actions here at the bottom, or if they just thought, Hudson looks pretty cool, let's see what he's got going on here, and then they can see, I want you to go to YouTube, and if we go here, I'll direct them to more stories, introduce myself, got the top stories here. It's kind of the same handful of actions you want them to take reiterated no matter how they come across your profile. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you found most helpful, or if there's anything else you would like to see from me in the future. I'm happy to make a video on anything you're interested in, and I love responding to your comments. I think that's it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.